In a modern city, an ordinary morning begins, but nothing is ordinary for Mark, the protagonist, who wakes up to the sound of his alarm and reaches for his phone, expecting the usual notifications, messages, and emails. Yet today, something is different. A new app appears on his screen, an icon with a glowing red clock and the title 5 minutes from now. He taps it curiously, and a message appears in white letters on the black screen stating, "In 5 minutes, the most ridiculous disaster of your life will occur." He laughs, at first thinking it is a joke, a prank, perhaps something viral, but the curiosity makes him continue through his morning routine, brushing his teeth, making coffee, checking the news on the television, all mundane actions. Yet each glance at the phone reminds him that something strange is happening. He leaves his apartment and walks down the crowded city streets, noticing the usual chaos. But now, with a sense of impending absurdity, the first warning pops up. "In 5 minutes, your coffee will betray you." He chuckles and holds his cup tighter. 5 minutes later, a stranger bumps into him. Accidentally, the cup tips over and hot coffee spills, burning his hand. The crowd around him gasps, yet life continues. Everyone seems oddly oblivious, except for Mark, who now begins to feel an unsettling tension as he wipes his hand and looks at the app. It refreshes automatically with another warning. "In 5 minutes, a pigeon will steal your lunch," ignoring it. He quickens his pace, but 5 minutes later, a pigeon swoops from above, snatches his sandwich, and flies off, leaving him stunned onlookers staring, but no one reacts. The absurdity of the situation begins to weigh on him. He tries to uninstall the app, but it refuses to be deleted. Turning off the phone does nothing for when he powers it back on. The icon is still there, and the warnings continue. "In 5 minutes, you will trip publicly. In 5 minutes, you will send a message to the wrong person. In 5 minutes, your boss will call." Each of these predictions comes true with uncanny precision. His co-workers, colleagues, and strangers alike witness each event as if reality itself conforms to the app. His attempts to avoid the warnings only make them more inevitable. Streetlights change their timing, people move unpredictably, objects fall, doors lock. He begins to panic, but he also feels a strange compulsion to follow the instructions, as if resisting makes the absurd disasters worse. Throughout the day, more and more ridiculous events unfold. Traffic lights malfunction, causing minor accidents. Pigeons invade cafes' fountains, overflow sprinklers, create chaotic patterns in public squares. Yet everything is small enough to seem almost comical. The app keeps updating with new notifications, each one more absurd than the last. And Mark becomes a reluctant participant in this orchestrated chaos. He notices subtle changes in other people's reactions. They begin to move more cautiously, but with an odd curiosity. They laugh at the most improbable mishaps without realizing the pattern. He realizes the app is observing the city as a living experiment, each disaster designed to elicit specific reactions: fear, confusion, joy, bewilderment. He tests it deliberately, trying to ignore warnings, but each attempt fails and the world bends itself to ensure the predicted outcome. The afternoon arrives, and Mark stands in a park watching the unfolding scenes. Children drop ice cream cones, pigeons knock over trash cans, a street performer trips on a misplaced banana peel, and yet the crowd claps as if entertained by invisible choreography. The sun sets, painting the city in warm, amber light, long shadows stretching across the streets. Yet the app does not rest. The final warning of the evening appears. "In 5 minutes, something unthinkable will occur." He watches anxiously, trying to predict which absurd disaster will be next. A street lamp falls, narrowly missing pedestrians. A dog knocks over a hot dog stand. Chaos ensues. But again, it is comical rather than tragic. Mark finally sits on a bench, exhausted, sweating and trembling. He watches as night fully descends, and the city lights flicker. The app flashes one final ominous message. "In 5 minutes, you will understand why this exists." The phone screen illuminates his face, showing both fear and fascination. His heartbeat quickens. The surrounding sounds of the city blend into a surreal orchestra of minor accidents and coincidences. He looks around, realizing that everyone is part of the spectacle. The absurd disasters have become routine, yet extraordinary. And as he stares at the glowing icon, he knows the day is far from over. and the cycle of ridiculous events will continue, marking each 5 minutes with perfect precision. The app has transformed his perception of reality, and yet the rules are invisible and illogical. He contemplates destroying the phone, but hesitates because somehow the app has become the center of his awareness. The city continues to behave unpredictably, but every action seems to synchronize with the warnings, creating a bizarre rhythm of absurdity and anticipation.